Bienvenidos al Reptiles With Podcast. Somos Spanish.
Me llamo Constantino.
Me llamo Chucky.
No, Daniel.
Me llamo Joshua.
Joshua.
You're so disgusting.
All right, guys, what's up? It's the Reptiles With Podcast. The past couple podcasts have been extremely negative.
Yes, very
A lot of
Muy
drama.
triste y aburrido.
There you go. So we're going to try to keep it positive.
Let's do it.
All right?
Positivo.
I'm not even wearing my dark, gloomy rocker uniform. I kept it light today. All right, look at
I
me.
wear the same thing every podcast.
Yeah. You're fucking working.
Este cabrón, he didn't even shower, dude. Your
So-
ass apesta.
So this is what we're going to do. All right, we're going to play a game. The second that I see that there's a little bit of negativity going on, I'm going to scream word association and a word.
Okay, bet.
And then you're going to tell me the first word that comes to mind.
Ass!
Yeah. For example, if I said word association love, Chucky would say imports. He loves imports. Tino would say men. He loves men.
Yes.
All
I
right.
was thinking ball pythons. But
Oh, okay.
That's
So
my word.
that's the idea. We're gonna try to keep it light.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do
How are
it.
you guys doing?
Great.
Tell me about
Bro,
your
I've
week.
been depressed
Fantastic.
as fuck.
Oh,
Why?
Shit.
I need more money, dude. Like, this is therapy right now.
Yep.
All right.
But I'm gonna have to get a second job.
Word association feather.
Chicken.
That's also like chicken. Damn.
Really?
I'll say something different. Peacock.
Okay.
It has cock in the name.
It
Okay,
does.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Yours is an actual cock though. You just use a different word for it.
No, I didn't say rooster. I said chicken, you bitch.
Oh. Well, half of them are cocks.
What?
Half of all chickens are cocks.
No.
What do you mean no?
So we start the Reptiles With Podcast talking about cocks. All right. So yeah. So you have to get another job.
I might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to Puerto Rico Friday.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I come back. Probably get a second job. I moved. So now I have other things going on. Building
Sweet.
enclosures. Not going to say much, but
It's coming.
doing some business stuff. You guys already know. So
Yeah.
it's stressy as hell, dude.
Hell yeah. it
I
is.
got
I
a trip
beat my
coming
meat
up, too.
3 times and it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not this time.
you're
Yeah.
saying you got a trip?
Yeah, I got a trip coming up too. I'm going to Virginia. My sister is. Why is that so funny?
Why is Eric laughing back there? I'm going to Virginia.
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 Um,
Are you gonna herp?
my sister's graduating. I'll find time.
You don't even herp up there.
Wow.
There's
He's like-
nothing.
Doesn't matter. I just got outside.
There's nothing, dude.
He's gonna go outside and
In
flip
Virginia?
along.
Cane breaks.
Copperheads. I like copperheads a lot.
Yeah.
Really cool.
You're so lame.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So
What?
sad.
I have an announcement.
Yes.
So if you go on AnimalCon.com right now and you click influencers and go all the way down, you'll see me. All right, this
You
is
made
the
the list,
announcement. Your boy's gonna be at AnimalCon,
That's what's up.
and also there's gonna be like they're gonna send me information about staff or whatever, like
Okay.
additional stuff, so we can all go. You need to figure out if you're gonna want to go to that. Also, it's a good time to plug Brian's GoFundMe that's still going on for the Legacy Aquarium. Yeah, I'm excited about that. That's the news. We
You
also
think it'll be bigger?
do. I think it'll be bigger than.
Are they gonna allow the podcast in there?
What do you mean? Like recording of the podcast? Well, that's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but we'll talk about that after. Because I could probably work something out, maybe in a hotel room of the thing.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Yo, come to my room.
Come to the hotel.
Yeah,
We'll record a little something.
that you know what? That is kind of weird, but I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, you got 3 dudes. Hey, yo.
So it was just me there with Dave Coffin and Adam Wickens, and we're just doing stuff in the room, hanging out.
Hey, wait,
Pause.
wait.
Pause. Heavy pause.
Heavy pause.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then also there's a Facebook group going around.
Yes.
I started a Facebook group specifically for the Reptiles With Podcast listeners. So if you're a listener, you want to be in that group, you'll get I want to put some behind the scenes kind of stuff, some podcast prep. That's where I'm going to be posting any kind of additional content and just trying to build the community.
Yeah.
So that'll be in the description, or you could DM me and I'll give you more information about it. But we have questions on that.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys want to take over for 1 second while I pull this up.
Never felt this.
Yes.
Actually, I need your phone for that.
So we've been talking about king snakes.
Yes.
And how they've been separated, and Tino's like, nah. Nah, they only have different colors.
Word association. Word association. Spider lily.
Kira.
He did it.
That was you caught me off guard. Who put that? Yo,
This one.
that's good.
I'm too good.
You saw my face?
Yeah.
He got
How
red.
does he know? He wasn't there.
Yo,
It's too good.
that's good.
That's a good one. That was a good one. I love
Holy
that.
shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
My word doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
even.
literally read. I feel it. That was
Facebook.
crazy.
Yeah.
Facebook group.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you know, it's just there's nothing better than the smell of coffee in the morning. Okay? There's also nothing better than the smell of reptiles in the morning. Psych. Reptiles with coffee. That's the smell you want. The strongest coffee, all right? We have it for you. Head on over to the description or go to coldbloodedcaffeine.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get your Reptiles with coffee today. I just figured that this podcast, because we got a lot of viewers from the last couple podcasts with all the drama that's been going on.
They
Thank you.
fucking hate me, dude.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah,
Come
and
here,
I
pendejo.
figured that, to keep it light on this podcast,
yeah.
for the new people that have come on, they could get to know us a little bit more. We'll talk about ourselves and do the whole thing. So I put on the Facebook group. It's called Reptiles with Squad. That, if anybody had any questions for us, stuff that we would, that they would want us
That's
to.
that deep ass one somebody put in.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna do most recent. All right, well, I guess because you commented on that recently, so that'll be the first one we do.
Oh, Jeebus, go.
Yeah, we're ready for that. Okay, what's the biggest mistake you have made in your life, and how did you learn from it? Now we're gonna do one general life, and then we'll do one reptile related.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know who wants to go first.
I
Biggest
need a second to
mistake.
think.
Bro,
Okay.
you
I made a lot of
should've used
mistakes.
condom, dude.
Oh my god.
He has a whole bunch of little Tinos running around. Biggest mistake, be born.
Nice.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
yeah.
just kidding. That's too deep. Biggest mistake. Biggest mistake. Not remind someone that I love them before they died.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one for me.
Okay. I would say it's hard because it is the way that I went about this whole thing
This is
was
so
a
sad.
mistake. I know. But people are getting to know us.
Go ahead,
Word
hurry up.
association, cloaca.
Tino.
Snake. What?
Well, actually, sloth.
Sloths have cloacas?
Yup.
No way.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
All right, back
information.
to back to my biggest mistake. All right, so I dealt with a loss in the family, and the way that I dealt with that was I became an extremely angry individual throughout my whole high school years, and I was a complete asshole to a lot of people. I treated a lot of people bad, but throughout that experience of me being very angry, I put that a lot towards music, and it propelled me in music. So it's it was a big mistake, but with what came out of it, it was a good time. But the way that my music stuff ended, because I was still attached to all that negativity, was very bad. So I'd love to take that back. Your turn. Biggest mistake.
I would say, and see, this is hard. I've lost a lot of relationships with friends, a lot of good friendships.
I was about to cut you off and be like, no, I'm perfect. But go ahead.
I'm
I've lost
perfect. I'm always right.
Yeah, go
I've lost a lot of good relationships. And I think I chalk it up sometimes to everything's temporary. People come and go, people change, all that stuff. I guess what I've learned from it is I guess it's just that people change. It's okay. You can just let them go. Hopefully
Yeah.
they're doing good.
Yeah.
You try your best to do the good, and or maybe they die.
Yeah.
All
All right. Biggest mistake, reptile related. I know mine.
What's yours?
Getting
Racks.
No. Getting too crazy when I first got into turtles. When I first got into turtles, that I just went balls deep, had God knows how many species, and then I dealt with a sickness that happened, and I was like, why did I have so many? I didn't need so many. I would have. Yeah, I would love to redo. Well, I'm in the process of redoing my turtle situation, so that was mine. Yeah, your turn.
I would say my white lip python. Not that I wasn't prepared, but I guess I didn't think they needed it as humid as they really did, and I had it in a 55-gallon tank, so it was just clear top.
Yeah.
All that humidity was leaving all the time. I would put like aluminum foil over the top to try to keep that humidity in. It just didn't work, and eventually she did die. So it was like, damn, that sucked. That was the first actually, my sulcata as well. My first sulcata. But to be honest, okay, to an extent, I was 6 years old when I first got it, so I wasn't like that knowledgeable on it. It was like 20 some odd years ago, so it's like, but here and there. And then one day we were like, oh, let's put him outside because he's getting big. We'll put him outside. And then the second we put him outside, there was no hides for him to hide under. We put him on some straight sand. I'm pretty sure he died, yeah, because of the heat.
That's crazy.
The heat killed him, 100%.
They don't have hides in Africa.
Oh, you're
How do
right,
they
you're
do
right.
Within the reptile realm of things,
Yeah.
I've had like multiple stories like that, but they taught me some shit. They taught me that I'm a fucking dumbass,
Okay.
You got too many ball pythons.
Actually, yeah. That's a huge mistake, trying to get into ball pythons. That was a mistake, because that wasn't my passion. My passion was everything else.
Wouldn't you say that actually helps you, though, to get to where you are now, or no?
No.
Gotcha.
They had, like, I could have just, like, breeding-wise, the amount I had, like, there was...
Did
There
you
was no
ever
point.
breed them?
Huh?
You're saying there's no point to how you went about it. Yeah.
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 Well, no, like, I wanted to be a breeder, so I had a whole bunch of shit, and had a whole bunch of racks and shit, and then...
You could have gotten to the same point without having as many.
No, that wasn't my thing.
Okay.
I don't know why I did it. That wasn't.
That's
my
what everybody
thing.
does.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
my
Everyone
thing-
like when you're into reptiles, like if you have pet reptiles, people are like, breed it,
Yeah.
make a business
Well,
out of
not
it,
even
make
that,
money.
Not even that. Like
Everybody says
my
that.
thing was everything, not only reptiles. Like
Yeah.
I got to volunteer and work with lemurs, and I was like, oh shit, I love.
Can I keep these in
everything.
tubs?
Yeah.
No, like I love everything.
You love everything, huh?
Like I got in. Shut up. I got in like with started working with alligators and crocs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is fucking sick. And then like now birds of prey, bro. I'm like, yo, like this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Where I wanted to be. Like at that point, I thought I wanted to be just a ball python breeder, and that wasn't me.
That's
That was
crazy.
somebody else.
Yeah.
That was
That was the dream that was
Had
fed
you
at
ever
that time.
bred them?
exactly. That was somebody else's dream that I was trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Had you ever bred ball pythons?
Yes.
Okay.
In racks. All right. Anywho, so we have another question here. Who is the shortest person that works at Imperial Reptiles? His name is Alex Conception. He's 4'5". You can look him up on Facebook.
my
It's
God.
crazy.
Yeah, who's the shortest for real?
I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking
Yeah?
about? All right.
Okay.
What's the best piece of advice you can give to a new reptile enthusiast who want to get into the industry, both breeding and or working with reptiles in general? And I think that that's a good tag for what you said. It's find what your actual passion is, because a lot of people think that it is, oh, I have to be a breeder. As a matter of fact, I thought there was a formula. It's you had animals, you bred them, you opened a reptile shop, and then you grew that reptile
Profit.
shop. Yeah, that's how I thought that you're supposed to do, like, the reptile experience. I've learned that that's not what I want. I want to breed reptiles. I like doing this. I want to grow whatever it is I'm currently doing now, and then move on to the next thing. You know?
Finding who you are.
That was more for me too, because like shit like this, like podcasts, like social
Media
media,
stuff,
like
yeah,
just,
media.
like it doesn't really involve the animal much. Like I don't want to just make money out of the animal, you know? It's like I could actually go out and people are watching because of me. You know, people are looking at me. Instead of like using an animal over and over again for shit, or like for either breeding or showing it off. Like
Yeah.
That's a
people
lot of
can
problems
watch
with
you for
pet
you.
tubers and breeders. They
Yeah.
like get more animals to make the more money because
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's where the
I
money
don't like
comes
that.
from.
Like in this podcast, we have not brought a fucking reptile once, and we
You're
can
right,
like.
facts.
That is a fact.
Yo, we can.
I
bring
just
in-
realized that
Yo,
right now.
dude. I got you. Like,
Yeah.
and people still listen. People still watch.
Yeah.
That's because you sell your personality instead of the animal.
Yeah.
And right now, no, like there's no money coming
Yeah.
in, but like at one point there could be a lot of money coming in, and
Yeah.
then we put that energy into this instead of putting energy to having 1,000 animals in a shitty situation.
Yeah.
For me, I guess the advice I'd say is like, and I said this to on More Than Morelia's Instagram. I was like, wild caught animals are not pets. They're not pets. If you're looking for a pet, you want a captive born animal. You do not want anything wild caught. Those wild caught animals should be going into the hands of people who are going to breed them to make a captive born population. They are not for first time pet keepers. You should not have wild caught animals for your first pets.
Yeah. But what the fuck does that have to do with giving this guy advice about?
Yeah,
Don't
not
get any
to
wild
get
caught
that.
animals
Oh,
if you're not
okay.
breeding them.
Well,
if you're
okay,
not breeding them,
if
you don't need
your-
wild caught animals.
If your like goal is to breed, then breed. Find something that you want to work with, and then so as far as advice I would give you if you want to be a breeder, invest, or rather get a pair, see if you can produce it. If you enjoyed the process, if you can keep up with the feed, see what's reasonable for you outside of your day job until you grow that to go full time. As far as going full time, you're thinking about making the right investments. Invest heavy in your females, let them grow, get close to maturity, then get your males of whatever species that you're trying to do. Think quality over quantity. You don't need 100 snakes. You could probably make enough quote unquote money with 10 very high quality animals versus 100. You don't got to be a hoarder. A lot of people these days have that mentality where just like, I need one of everything. It's like, no, you need one very good of this, maybe 2 or 3. Also, like, don't forget males. Sometimes males like take off a season. Get a couple extra males. That's what I would give if you're going to be doing.
I would also say, like, learn from all sides. Don't just have that cult mentality of this person is saying this and this is right. Like, no, if you learn from multiple sources, you can make your own
perspective.
Research is so important. For me, my first snake was my first pet reptile, besides the one that I bought for myself, the one I wanted. Was Vietnamese blue beauty. That is not a beginner snake that most people suggest. Most people say, "Oh, corn snake, ball python, king snake." It's like, those are but if you do enough research and you have the passion, you have enough money to enclose that animal, you can get whatever you want.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid just because it's what the popular people are saying or doing. Try to find your own way and go about it ethically and morally right for you. I think that's kind of the future of the industry.
Yeah.
Future.
There's a future.
Yeah, maybe.
Word association.
Racks.
Bad.
Horrible.
So yeah, I think that just follow your way, and also if you're not trying to be a breeder, if you're trying to get into like the zoo sector, if I'm not mistaken, like it helps to volunteer first.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of different avenues that you can take, and this is also a very good tag. There's going to be reptile business related podcasts going out specifically on the streaming platforms, not on YouTube. So if you want to hear more about reptile business stuff, stay tuned. That'll probably come out next month.
If you can too, do a TSA survey. If you can find a way to volunteer for a TSA survey, absolutely do that.
What is TSA survey?
The Turtle Survival Alliance. That's where they go out. They take you to a certain area, and then you find turtles.
Yeah.
And they record the numbers, sizes.
The turtle guy didn't know.
No, I knew what it was. It's just not everybody knows.
Turtle
I had to ask.
He didn't know. He didn't know, bro.
You're an idiot.
Word association. TSA.
I don't know. So this next one, I'm gonna kind of like. Because this question, it seemed like it was more towards a person, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more vague.
Make it towards a person.
No.
Make it.
What they're trying to say is how to introduce like your love of reptile to a partner, a partner or a significant other.
You don't. You find someone who already likes reptiles.
No. Honestly.
Then
I'm gonna give you. I'm not even gonna give you advice of that. I'm gonna give you advice about picking the right partner. The right partner is gonna support you, and even if it's something really no, the right partner is gonna support you. If they support you, they will believe in what it is that you're trying to do, and they should welcome it with open arms. If you are like, hey, I want to venture out into like this reptile thing, and they're like, ew, that's weird, that's whatever, and you're very passionate about that, that's something that you should question yourself. But I mean, that's kind of where I'd leave that.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
Like for me, like
you find them on Instagram.
For me, everybody knows what I do already. Like that's just part of me. Like that is.
No.
Word association right now, motherfuckers.
Penis. Word association. Penis.
Penis is the actual word?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Me.
Giant geoduck clam. Go look it up.
I don't even know what to say. You threw me off, dude.
There's too many words coming in.
Coming in.
Yeah. Coming in. Oh
shit. Okay. Back to it. So
yeah.
I'm already in that realm of animals. Like you. That's like part of my personality, sadly now.
All right, so what reptiles do you guys think are super underrated? Now, first answer something that's like readily available, and then we'll go into like something rare.
Readily available.
I'll go first.
Ball pythons.
No.
Everybody should get one and get them from me.
You know what I'm going to say?
He's going to say blue tongue skinks.
Blue tongue skinks. Blue tongue skinks need to be as common as bearded dragons. How many random like moms come in here and they're like, I want to get my kid a bearded dragon?
All of them.
Yeah. I want that to be like, I want to get my kid a fucking blue tongue skink. They make a better pet. They're much fucking hardier.
You know what? I'm
heavily invested, and you should buy blue tongue skinks.
Is this a commercial? I don't think
Chuck's
they're
half dead.
I don't think they're underrated. I think they receive just enough hype for what they
I think that they need to hit the mainstream, as
I
like
think they-
Bearded Dragons did.
You don't think they are mainstream already?
What's the
dude, he wants them. He wants it to be just like Bearded Dragons, MBD all over the fucking place. They need to look like this,
Dude, literally, this is the thing. If you are right now, if you have no reptile food in your house right now, you have something in your fridge to feed a blue tongue. If you have a domesticated pet like a cat or a dog, you have something to feed your blue tongue. It's fucking that easy. They're hardier. They're more forgiving.
I don't know. I got something better. I think this is not hyped up enough, and it's Euromastics. I think Euromastics are so cool, especially
But
different
you shouldn't
species.
have wild-caught animals as pets.
No. They're captive-born. A whole bunch of captive-born Euromastics.
All right, if you can automatically pass 3 laws that have to do with animal keeping, breeding, and conservation, what would they be? Word association.
You know what's coming, dude.
Word association, captive bred.
Good.
A captive bred.
Yeah. It's this is the thing. You guys are pausing. It's supposed to be the first word that comes to your mind.
Nothing.
Bro, white noise.
Yeah, nothing. I'm like, captive bred. Good.
Good.
Perfect.
Perfect. There we go.
All right, so 3 laws that we would pass that have to do with animal
We'll do
keeping.
one each. No.
You
You want to do 3? You have 3 whole laws?
Bro, everything on the permit.
Okay.
Everything under what permit? What do you mean?
You need to permit every animal.
To have anything.
Okay.
Just to have anything.
Okay.
A fucking permit.
Okay.
Everybody and their mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck that shit. If you release or escape, $10,000 fine.
Holy crap.
Yup.
An escape?
Ain't nobody gonna.
That's
bro,
How would
that
you
means
track
is
it?
gonna be fire, dude.
Yeah.
How are you going to track it? How would you track, oh, this came from this person?
He just asked 3 laws, not the whole process of the law.
Okay.
Let me imagine for you
She.
piece of shit. So, just to put onto that, everything has to be chipped.
Everything has
Tino,
to be
you
checked.
got laws?
That's crazy.
That's fire.
You know what? I like Chuck's laws. I would say a registrar. Like, when you get your permit or license, you have to list the animals that you have. And if the inventory ever changes, you have to update it. Obviously, make it easy for this to happen, you know. But, like, then we know exactly how many animals are in the state, who has them, where they're at, all this stuff, you know. Then the microchipping at that point isn't 100% necessary. Although, if you do have an escape, then it's like, all right, at least we can find it now. So I get it. So I do the registrar. Number 2, I would say intentional release of animals is a heavy fine.
10,000.
Sure. I don't know.
I'm
how
gonna
much
give-
it's heavy.
10,000 and 5 years in prison.
Yeah. And
Jesus
5 years
Christ.
in prison. Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Ain't nobody raising your fucking kids. Fuck you. You're gonna keep everything indoors, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I
You know
have
what, though?
I
That's
have
a good
one
That's a good
thing
one.
that I would say that I would like to do. I would say that there should be like there should be like mandatory, like specifically when we're paying for these permits, that money gets donated to conservation. That's what I would say.
Oh yeah.
But I'm okay with these.
I do
like
that too.
the
Like
permitting
a portion
thing.
of proceeds have to go to like the
Conservation,
FWC or conservation organization.
Not FWC, but conservation.
A conservation
I
organization.
mean, it goes
sure.
together.
No.
Well,
no.
our taxes go there anyway. Our taxes go
Word
there anyway.
Association FWC.
Taxes, no. Yeah, our taxes go there anyway. So I guess a
but
conservation
technically-
organization.
Yeah, but technically,
Sure.
if they gotta do this work, the money goes there.
If you want to support us, head on over to modernreptileshop.com or in the description where you can find our merch. And the best part is that a percent of the proceeds from the merch gets donated to conservation. One more time, that's modernreptileshop.com or head on over to the description. How would your parents describe what you do? Chuck?
My dad left when I was 5, so I don't think he has anything to say.
I was hoping Chuck would say something about it. That's why I gave it to him first.
And
Did
if he
you
has
just break
anything-
your cup?
And if he has anything to say, it's only gonna be in Spanish.
And we know how the people in the comment don't
Oh,
like
you're
the
right.
Spanish.
I won't say it.
Listen. What was the question? My parents.
Yeah, describe what you do.
So
Parent.
my father is in prison for life and has been for the last 25 years. So why he doesn't even remember what crocodiles look like?
We're just sitting stereotypes. That's what we're doing.
So in his head, I'm like the guy from Jurassic World, just with T-Rexes and shit.
Oh my gosh.
My
Yeah.
mom don't give a fuck, honestly.
My mom is very supportive. She was very supportive right off the bat, and like they're cool with it.
Wow.
My
Good shit.
What?
Good for you, having great parents or something.
What's that like? Two parents.
I actually,
father?
I'm not gonna
What is
lie
a
to you.
father?
I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah.
It's because I actually thought that the other day. I'm like, yo, I'm really grateful for the support that my parents gave me.
Yo, but I wish it was less than.
No, but oh my god,
I wish one of them went to prison.
but oh my god, well, I wish my dad killed somebody. I'm kidding.
I wish one of them just went to get some milk.
and never came back.
I'm sure my dad thought about it. No, I was kidding.
Oh my god. We're in association.
All right, favorite childhood memory. Chuck, you can't say when your dad went to prison.
He went before I was born.
Oh my god.
I was still on the stomach, son.
Damn.
It's not a memory, dude.
Okay.
Favorite childhood memory? Living with my great grandparents.
Okay.
Just every day with them was fucking fun. Like nobody gets, like most people don't get to live with their great grandparents and see what the fuck that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a whole like 2 generations behind.
Yeah.
That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I met people from 2 people ago. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
my
lived
great
with
grandmother was alive for like the first 4 years or something of my life. I remember her a little bit. Yeah. Favorite childhood memory? Tino?
Jeez, I don't know. I never really had a child. No, I'm kidding. You know what? There was one Christmas. So my family's not super traditional. Like we like having our own family traditions. But one of the ones
They're all like you, bro. Like, nah, that's not right. That's not right.
one of them was like the Christmas tree. So there was one year that we were like, oh, we don't really want to set up the Christmas tree. It's a lot of work, a lot of hassle.
Uh-huh.
I know a lot of families do it together, but like for us, it was like, it seems like work.
Yeah, everybody's at their house.
So that year we had a Charlie Brown Christmas tree,
Okay.
and it was basically like it was store bought. So it's like this little limp thing with a big ornament on the end.
Pause.
Anyways, that's how we did
called a
Christmas.
piercing?
Oh my god.
It's called the Prince Albert to be
Oh
specific.
my gosh. That's how we did. That's how we did that Christmas, and I enjoyed that. It was really nice.
All right, so my favorite childhood memory. So when I was, I think in elementary school, my parents had gotten separated. That's my favorite childhood memory. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Word association. Sad. No, I'm kidding. No, so they had gotten separated. My dad went and he was living in an apartment, and I used to spend a lot of time with my dad in the apartment. And he had a guitar that one of our old neighbors gave us, and I always had interest in that. My dad raised me on rock music, a lot of the Beatles and stuff like that. So one day, just bored, on one of my dad's weekends, I was like, "Pops, can I play your guitar?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, can I play your guitar?" He's like, No, that's your guitar." And that's the first time that I picked up a guitar. And I'm trying not to cry. Sorry.
Damn.
Yeah. What do people misunderstand about you the most? Dude, they think that I'm so short. I'm the tallest person in the shop.
Stand up. Tino, stand up.
What are we talking about here?
Come on,
there it is.
Don't be doing
What are we
that.
talking
Don't be
about
doing
here?
that. Don't be doing that.
All right, what do people misunderstand about you the most?
I would.
You have to say a real one. Bro.
Oh. I know I look happy, but all right, you, Tino.
Jeez. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's usually the happiest people that you know.
I was gonna
Anyway.
say a lot of people. So, gosh.
A lot of people think he's brown.
So
So he's caramel.
I'm actually light skinned. No. I'd say a lot of people say that I'm arrogant, and I am. But for the most part,
that was the most arrogant thing he said ever.
But I also don't think I'm shit. So
Okay.
at the same time, I think I am the shit, and I'm also not shit. So
All right, Chuck, take it over.
Yo, I hated that so much. I literally want to punch him, dude.
a lot of people think, and they're right.
What the fuck? Okay, so something that the what?
That people misunderstand about you the most.
Oh, that I'm a piece of shit like that guy.
You know what? Actually, this is a good time for people to get to know Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody hates on him in the comments.
Yeah.
He thinks everybody thinks that he's against the pet industry.
But not
and
even
shit.
that. Not even that. It usually comes across like that all around. Like I usually come across as a fucking piece of shit.
How do your other friends think about you? Because do you have a lot of friends that are in the reptile industry? do they also like think that you're a piece of shit?
No.
I don't know how to say that better. I don't know how to say that better.
That was so bad.
I love that. I love that.
Do they also think you're a
the
piece of
thing
shit?
is, the thing
Because
is,
I
usually at the beginning, yes, but then
Okay.
once they get to know me, they're like, oh shit, like
You
Do
know
say,
what it
like,
is?
you like change their ideas?
what?
Do you say like change their ideas and
Yeah.
stuff?
You know what it is? This is and I have this experience with Chuck. So the first time that I met Chuck, and I know that he gives off this impression because even though he's loud with us, he's quiet at first.
Yeah.
He is quiet at first.
Yeah.
So if you're in the reptile thing, you kind of know who Chuck is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
To say it. I knew who Chuck was before I met him because I used to see him all the time on Instagram. And
didn't.
so I was like, yo, this guy is quiet maybe because he thinks that he is either better or maybe he's trying to be a dick. But you quickly find out about
That he
Chuck.
is.
No, that you quickly find out about Chuck that he's not. He's quiet at first because he's trying to feel the situation and he does not
And they
want to.
adapt.
Yeah, and he's trying to adapt. He's trying to like not give too much of himself, and he's trying to like figure
He has
out
to
where he
evaluate
stands.
who's a threat.
Not so much who's a threat, stupid. He's more like
I sound like a robot to this guy. So yeah, most people think I'm a piece of shit at the beginning, which I'm not. I just have different experiences than most people, and that's like with everything. But if I care about somebody, I care about them very fucking deeply, and I don't give a fuck. Like if somebody does something wrong, I'm still like
you're with
their
them.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know there's some shit going on with like Mr. Beast, for example. You know, you guys know like his friend is becoming a
transitioning.
woman. Yeah, transitioning into a woman. And people are like bitching about that. And it's like the way I look at that, it's like that's his homie from the beginning. I don't give a fuck what the viewers want to say.
Yeah.
Like if any of you guys want to be a woman, like I'm in for it, dude.
Gee,
and if
thanks.
anybody, like if you turn into a woman, bro, somebody has to say something about it. I'm gonna smack the fuck out of them.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but you know why? You know why? Because from zero, you guys have been here. So
Yeah.
like, why the fuck do I give a fuck about anybody else? So you
Yeah.
do something wrong, and I'm like, that's the homie. I don't give a fuck. Depends what it is, of course.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, I care about my people like that, and most of my friends and I have things that we do not agree with, but we can be in the same exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
stop it with the culty stuff.
Biggest challenge in your life right now?
Damn,
Oof.
just skip.
Biggest
skip.
challenge in my life right
Jesus.
now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and this is very transparent, but growing my business, trying to figure out directions.
That's part of me.
Yeah,
That's
Get
part
on
of you.
Indeed.
Yep.
Get on. Get on it. You're so.
Listen, business and living, just
Yeah.
living, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, that shit's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
I
I
got
said
it.
fear.
I got
Fear.
it.
Fear.
Okay.
Not necessarily a failure, but like fear that like
Oh.
I'm not good enough.
Bro.
Okay.
I got that shit.
Word association.
Listen.
the
No,
next
fuck
one?
that. Fuck that. Listen, bro. Last night I cried for like 4 hours
my
because
God.
of that, bro. Because I'm not good enough, and I think I'm gonna be a failure. Even
This
though,
was supposed to be the positive podcast.
even though I'm doing so many good things.
You see,
Jeez.
I'm actually going.
Ask Kira. I
Spider
let you
Lily,
cry.
just text him. Fuck.
I'm actually going through a similar thing, and I didn't want to say it, so I was just like growing my business.
Yo, I broke down yesterday, bro. I
my
fucking
God.
lost it.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
who asked that?
What's the
shit?
word association? What's the next one?
Now, I'm just gonna go for the next fucking question. What do you think about as you fall asleep? Being a failure.
Chucky.
If I did
100%.
enough, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I'm in bed, I think to myself, did you do enough today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Yo, what's up with this? What's up with the sad shit?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a nerd, so I just calculate how many hours I have left.
Bruh.
Not to death, but to
Oh.
but to sleep.
Oh. What? Oh, my shirt says everything hurts.
Jeez, dude.
Oh, you were ready for this.
Yeah.
It was a lie. This shit was covering
Yeah.
it. It was a lie the whole time. Jesus.
An experience that really humbled you.
Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you right now.
Another sad one?
No. I'll tell you right now. So the band, the quote-unquote bigger band that I was in, it was a band that was signed. We were touring. There was a career that was set for us. I got kicked out of that band. I got kicked out of my band for my personal reasons that I'm sure eventually one day I've been public about it before, but on the podcast I don't talk about it. And even though I understood why it happened, and I was very angry when it did because of how much I did for that band, but it made me realize, it just made me realize something about myself, something that why I got upset, and why I got upset was because my ego was hurt. And I learned that at that point about myself, that it's the me that wants to be the best, and that guy shouldn't be a part of me. Like, I shouldn't identify myself with my success. I should be okay with the person that I am. So at that time I realized that. Fuck, man. Tino.
Well, I'm obviously not a very humble person. Yeah, I'm really not. It sucks. I'm sorry. I really not. I'm working on it. But
I love it. I love that you know it.
yeah. So but I would say that every time I see, when I'm driving either to work or wherever, I see a homeless person, I get very, very like grateful for my situation, and I always give money. I always do.
Yo,
You know,
I
like,
can't. Chuck, say yours right now.
What do you mean? How's that bad?
Just say, yo, Tino was just like, yo, I feel bad for you, roasted the shit out of him.
What do you mean?
But let me give you $5, and now I'm better.
No. It's not that it feels
I know,
better,
I'm
but
kidding,
it's
I'm kidding,
more
I'm
like I'm just, you know what?
It could be worse.
Not even it could be worse. I'm like, I have so much.
I'm trying to help you, Tino.
No, but like for me to get to that state, you know, a lot has to go wrong in my life. A lot. I have to have lost everything.
I will say,
you know,
there
and
was
it's like, wow, I have so
one
much to
time-
be grateful for.
One time, in between one of the tours that I was on, I went to go eat pizza with my family. It was like everybody was there because I just got back from the road, and
And you spit on a homeless guy.
no, Jesus, there
Why
was
that, Tino?
a homeless guy that must have been a little bit older than me,
Okay.
and I mean, nobody noticed it. I did,
Yeah.
and I looked at him, and I realized at that point, I'm like, that could be me, because I know what it's like to be in a different state with $0. And you're thinking about yourself. You're thinking, how the fuck am I going to get to the next state where I need to play the show?
Yeah.
So I literally put the window down and gave him everything that I had.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, good luck. I hope that it works out.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
what humbled you, Chuck?
For me, I'm not gonna say a
Just
specific
like every time I
person.
look in the mirror.
No, I'm not gonna say specific person because there's multiple versions of this same exact thing that keeps fucking happening to me. But like meeting certain people, certain people that I meet, and see, some people that I've even looked up to, and then I meet them, and then I see their. Like, in my head, they're just like, oh, they've accomplished all this. They're fucking perfect. And then I meet them and I see their flaws.
Ooh.
And they, like, very recently.
Would you say that you get to realize, oh, it's okay to have these flaws?
Yeah. Yeah, like, recently, like, one of those people, me and this person, like, hang out a lot now. And in my head, this person is happy, perfect, and treats everyone with respect. And
Talking about me.
No, and it's no. Listen, this person is so loving and all these things, and
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, like this person has so much love to fucking share.
Yeah.
And then we hung out, and this person told me how he is his passion for business, which is where I think he's the greatest, is exactly was breaking him apart because of business. He missed like his kids' birthdays, growing up, first words, graduating, like all these things. And I'm
Business is bad.
I'm literally about to tell you why I got kicked out of the band.
just,
I got kicked out. I ended up getting kicked out of the band because I started missing tours, and I started missing tours because my grandpa was in and out of the hospital. And the thing that happened to me when I was a kid that made me angry was my grandma died. So when my grandpa was in and out of the hospital, I was like, I'm not going to experience this again. So I started missing tours, and I was like, no, guys, like, I remember we did 3 months, and then we were going to get back home right before the holidays. And the record label was like, hey, we just booked you on this tour with, like, new metal bands from, like, the early 2000s that are not shit anymore. But you're going to be on the road for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And my grandpa's life was, like, half and half at that point. So I told them, like, straight to the whole band, I was like, I am not going to miss what could potentially be my grandpa's last fucking Christmas and Thanksgiving for some bullshit ass bands. I was like, I'm not gonna miss that for this. You know, like, I'm just fucking not.
Yeah.
And so I ended up missing that tour, and then throughout the whole tour, obviously the band was fucking like awkward with me. And then after they finished, they were like, yeah, you're not doing this with us anymore. And I was like, so be
yeah,
it.
no, and that was a great decision.
Yeah.
Because look at this person. He did the opposite. He followed what his business was, and he didn't realize how serious it was until COVID happened. He had no business.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I've been missing all of this.
Yeah.
Like, I missed all of these things. Now he's stuck at home, and he was like, oh,
He saw
shit.
time pass by. Yeah, I experienced that on that 3-month tour when my family came to see me in Jacksonville, and when I saw them, they looked different, and I was gone at that point for just 2.5 months, and I was broken. I was like, "What do you mean? I'm not used to seeing you, and it looks different." You know, that I really like learned the passage of time. At that time. All right. So,
God damn,
yeah.
people got us, bro.
Yeah, for real.
God.
Positive podcast, right?
What's the next word?
What's the next word? I ran out of them. I ran out of them.
No.
We had so many words.
I picked the best 12.
Wow.
I didn't think that this was
Monotream.
word association, monotream.
Cool.
Eggs. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I had to learn about that today. That's why I was like, I don't even know how to say this. All right.
Platypus and echidnas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you had the world's attention for 5 minutes, what would you say?
Jeez.
I would say success doesn't happen if you don't speak loud enough.
5
So
minutes?
you gotta start talking like
5
this.
minutes?
I don't need the rest of them.
5 minutes?
I don't need the rest of them. I don't need them. The frog liked it.
The frog
Do you
likes
guys have one, or can I do the next question?
So listen. There's so many people on Earth right now.
Thanos.
We destroying all this habitat and ecosystems. Y'all need more water. Y'all need more food. Y'all need more land. Y'all need more fucking spaces. So who wants to go first?
Tino.
it. Took us 5 minutes to start shooting people.
I got 5 minutes. Load it up.
Jeez.
Tino, you got yours?
Oh, jeez. If I had 5 minutes.
This is why this species is not exactly this species, but it's this species, and I'm right.
No, honestly,
This is why Tino is the greatest.
no. There's so much. There's so much I would want to say.
Where is my father?
Dad! Dad! I know you're listening.
You see his dad running from the crowd to the front of the stage. Tino!
Dude.
Tino! Oye, Tino!
Oh my gosh.
Backwards.
Running
Running from
the other
the Everybody's looking at Tino. Only brown motherfucker running away. Dad, I see you!
Yeah.
Did you get the milk?
It's his dad in the crowd with the milk, like, oh, fuck. All right, so the last one was habits you use to take care of your mental health. Currently trying to figure that out.
Damn.
Crack.
Correct?
Yeah, I learned it from a nerd.
That's funny.
What is it?
I learned it from a nerd.
You did crack with a nerd?
Just let him have it. Just don't worry about it.
Nerd.
I understand.
You
That's a
set
good one.
that up
That's
so
a good one.
Yo, that was so
That's a
good.
really good one.
That was so good.
That was good.
Yeah, give me some props.
comedy.
Give me some props. By the way, I'm not saying nobody's doing crack, okay? Maybe a little bit, but hey, yo, shit.
Honestly, I do so much.
Crack?
Crack, yeah. No, I meant for my mental health. Because
Oh my god.
my 5 minutes are not going very well. I would honestly, I think if you have to do one thing for your mental health, it's not enough. You have to be doing multiple things. So, proper diet, exercise, go to sleep, drink some water, go outside.
The
Eat
worst
plants,
part,
not meat, and all that other bullshit.
the worst part is that he's so right, but fuck him.
It's you have to do all of it. You have to do all of it. No
Yeah.
one thing is gonna fix your mental health.
If you're listening to this, you're a reptile lover, all right? And what do we all need? We need supplies. So, we got you covered. Head on over to imperialreptiles.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get a specific discount special to us and our listeners for your reptile supplies today. One more time, that's imperialreptiles.com. Use the code REPTILESWITH. All right, so this is going to be a new segment that I really want to make a regular thing on the fucking show. We're going to watch some fucking videos and react to them.
Okay.
I hate them. All right, so the first one.
Did he get you?
What a fucking idiot.
So, okay. What the fuck is happening here?
I have
Play it again.
band-aids and like bandages and
He's alive.
Yeah.
The gator's alive?
Mm-hmm.
Bleeding out, but it's
why is
alive.
there blood everywhere?
Because he got stabbed.
Yeah. Stabbed her, they sliced his throat.
Oh,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
understand now.
But that motherfucker ain't fully dead. He said
No.
one more thing. Bah, motherfucker.
You think he
love
lost
it,
his
and
finger?
well, You know when people
hope
like
so.
kill snakes and they like will chop the heads off, and then like, have you ever seen videos where someone will pick up the head and then it's like, oh my god, and then it bites them? Yeah,
It's happened a lot.
that
of
still
times.
happens. That still happens.
Happens
You
a
guys.
lot of times. I'm so glad whenever it happens. Motherfuckers.
When the snakes die?
Huh?
I was like, when the snakes die?
All right, next.
No, but when it does bite them back, I'm like, yeah, get fucked.
one.
Oh yeah, I've seen this too.
All right. What do you guys?
Oh, is
think?
this the one where he smells the? Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah. That's so
Isn't
funny.
that insane?
No, that's
Yeah.
great.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
I would have never thought urine. What are you doing?
That's so funny.
Yeah, that shows you how much they like
How good
deal.
their scent is.
Well, they
No,
deal
I
with the
think-
world differently than us. We use so much of our eyes. They deal so much of like everything else.
I think with like, especially tortoises, they have one-track minds. Like, not that they're not intelligent, but when they are dedicated to a single thing, they're like, this is the thing I need to do,
Yeah.
and sometimes they
Yo,
miss
you
a
hit
lot
that
of
mic
cues.
like, bro, what'd she do
sorry.
to you?
They miss a lot of cues. Oh, thanks.
All right, so before I press play, what do you think is happening?
She's definitely
they're
molesting that
finding.
tiger.
They're trying to find the clitoris.
The clitoris.
They're trying to find the clitoris.
Do tigers
That's
have
a Daniel joke.
cloaca?
Yeah.
Daniel actually called it that one time.
clitoris?
A clitoris, and bro,
That's so
I lost
great.
my shit.
All right, ready? All right.
Easy there. Look at him.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
Me too.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good.
All right.
I feel like I'm gonna show like ridiculousness.
Yeah, right? That's the idea. Okay, check out this fucking dumbass shit. What in the Dubai? All right, so what
Yo,
the
that
fuck
cat
is
is beefed up.
what is a cat eating? That's the only way that I could see that happening because
It's
it's eating
eating?
something.
Yeah, of course.
People, if only.
How do you guys feel about seeing content like this, where it's like, for the people that are listening, for the people that are only listening, let me describe what's happening. There is some chick looking at herself in the mirror, then giant fucking cat eating some shit. How do you feel about this?
They normalize like pet keeping of these animals, and I don't fuck with it. But what is that? I don't know what she's doing. I don't know
Yeah.
what she's doing with that
I would
animal.
say the animal looks lean too. The animal does not look unhealthy at all.
Yeah,
That
no.
looks insane.
That motherfucker look good.
Yeah, I would say, and see, this is a weird thing for me. Like, it's your pet. You can record, show it off, do what you want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, aren't you promoting something that's a little bit unethical? Because not everybody will do necessarily what you're promoting.
Yeah.
Or like up to the standard that you would want them to do it.
I mean, it all depends too. Like, if that bitch is doing something for conservation of that cat, I'ma shut the fuck up. Like,
Gotcha.
sorry, I got nothing to say.
All right, next thing. All right.
The video's to raise my.
Most of my free-roaming snakes are pretty predictable. They'll find a spot to settle eventually and they'll be there all day. Echo found this cloth hide that I made for her and she's in there for the first time. Damara came out early this morning and found her spot behind the couch like she...
So,
Big enough enclosure though.
You think big enough? Not for a
Yeah.
retake.
so to describe what was
For a
happening.
retake.
To describe what was
The
happening.
whole house.
He was
Okay,
showing.
fine.
Yeah, he was showing that he I guess has his animals like free
I was
roaming.
gonna
in his
say,
house.
just show this on video.
What do you mean? No, I'm gonna. It's gonna be
Yeah,
on the
it's gonna be
video,
on
but
the
some
video.
people only listen. Chuck.
Yeah, but now the people on the video gotta listen to.
I
what
know,
they
I know,
watch.
I know. But at
Come on,
least you
man.
describe to them.
Fuck
the
them
fun-
audio motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Honestly,
All right.
that's super weird. Super weird. Not like.
That's a ball python, by the way. The second one looks like a ball python.
It does. That's what I thought.
No,
it was.
it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Is
well,
this-
he from the video. This one video that I saw, he has that retic out. He has his ball python, and also
Okay.
I think he does a boa.
Okay. Are most tanks not adequate sizes? Yes, but at least in a tank, can you give them like their humidity? Can you give them their heat? All this stuff. A snake doesn't know to go back to the tank for that heat or for that humidity, and something could happen to it outside of that enclosure. That's my thing. Like if I like a white-legged python, my white-legged python just started to free roam my house. No, it would develop an RI within a week.
So I saw this, and I did think automatically of Tino.
No, this one. Bet. Oh no! You boy, let's go! The cave guys.
Woo! Patupis,
Oh, yeah.
Milena Lucas,
Let's
Pine
go.
Snake baby, Pine Snake
Fire.
baby, hug me, brother. So gorgeous.
first season EDB.
First
Chuck's
line
first
thinking
rainbow
here.
snake.
Bobby with the eyes. Bobby with the eyes. Guys, beautiful non-venomous snake. You probably saw me freaking out about this snake last year. They're just absolutely beautiful. Whoa, 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 whoa. Due to the rare nature of these snakes, I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna see another one. They're non-venomous, and this snake is freaking out because I was being so wild.
It depends where he is.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at. That's fire.
If he's just saying Milano Lucas, I would say it's a northern pine. A Milano Lucas. But I mean, I don't know how common
like
they
he's
are
west.
there. But like in Florida to find a Florida pine,
Like northerns, from what I hear, is way easier to do than.
at least in certain spots. New Jersey, I would probably have the same reaction. Probably lose my shit. I'd be like, oh, but that's crazy. That's fun. I like that. People like losing their shit over a snake.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's definitely better than
I
the opposite
literally
reaction.
saw that and I was like, Tino. All right, this next one.
But he doesn't go out to find anything.
Look
Oh,
at
okay.
this. Perfect. Oh my God. Isn't it great? Chris. I know, it's my dream.
Tino, look at the enclosure.
I know.
Tino, look
I
at the
have
enclosure.
I know.
Everywhere.
That's all I'm looking at. That snake is so ugly. I'm sorry. I don't like anacondas. They're ugly.
Stupidest enclosure.
yeah,
Like,
literally.
that's how people keep those animals, bro.
Literally.
That
And
is
I've
so
said this
garbage.
before. I think big constrictors, especially retics, sperms, African rocks, they get this big because of their environments.
Mm-hmm.
They have large trees to climb on. They can exercise their muscles.
I can back that
or
up.
water. They're basically weightless in that
I can
water.
back that
They're
up.
through streams.
Scientifically, let's prove that real quick. Something that everybody knows. Red tails. How big are the ones in Mexico?
Small.
Central America.
Bigger.
South America.
Bigger.
Why?
The rainforest.
Land,
Uh-huh.
space,
Time.
and prey.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You're right.
Central American boas.
You're right.
yeah.
But water's a huge one. Retics and anacondas are next to large bodies of water most of the time. They can get that weight, and they can, they're very athletic because of the water. It takes away a lot of their weight. When they're in a PVC enclosure, no matter how big, it has to be pulling them down. Gravity has to be like, oh, I can barely move. That sucks. And then when you're fed like mostly rodents,
I never thought about the gravity part of that.
I mean, that's with anything aquatic. Like
yeah.
crocodilians. All I get is move on land like fucking
Yeah, so this is the last one.
motherfuckers.
And this is going to be in a positive note because this is a positive podcast. This thing
100%.
is fucking badass. If I'm not mistaken, this dude is in Australia. Check this shit out.
Grass is greener, reptiles.
Oh fuck.
Dude, that big ass cage, look what
It's
it's
really
for.
cool.
One of them. Only one.
For one green tree?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, and then look what he does. Look what he does. So he's pulling out the green tree, and he puts it into a cage next door that's also fucking huge. And look at that, dude. That thing is fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
Bro.
Bro.
That makes the animal like 10 times better. It's like,
Yeah, and then look, he has the other one there.
Yeah.
And then they start fucking.
Hey, family friendly
really hard right
podcast.
now.
Family friendly
no,
podcast.
bro, I'm hard. Keep it going.
Hey,
I'm hard, dude. Erect.
Reptile dysfunction. Dude, tell me that's not fucking badass.
That is super badass.
That enclosure's so fire, dude.
That's cool.
Jesus, that was fire.
That
dude.
is dope.
Thank
That
you
was
for that. That was fire.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
You
found
seen-
that shit the other on MJ, another one of the podcasts.
But-
He posted that, and I was like, dude, that's
But
insane.
isn't it crazy whenever you watch an animal in an enclosure like that? Like, it makes the whole viewing experience for me 10 times better. Not compare that to a rack.
I would
You're not
say.
gonna keep a fucking.
You know what?
You're not gonna keep a tree
Yeah,
monitor.
yeah,
yeah.
I brought it up, and I brought it
No,
back down. Same
look-
thing with snakes, though.
But see, no,
Same
no, no.
exact thing with
Say
snakes.
this. Let's say you have a ball python enclosure, right? There's a red bulb, a habit hut, and then cypress smoke to the bottom. You're not gonna enjoy that animal anymore. At that point,
right.
it's just the animal that you like. There's nothing aesthetic
that's
about
why-
the thing.
that's why I
There's
like
nothing to
keeping-
display. But like, imagine with a fish tank, right? You just have like a single SpongeBob house, and you have like a beta fish. But fine, whatever. The beta looks pretty. But now imagine like a huge freshwater tank, really nice like live plants, LEDs, the whole thing, and you have a beta in there. with shrimp.
Wait, hold on.
Like
hold
that's
on.
fire.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
like okay,
Something
this
about
is nice
fish
now.
tanks. Something about fish tanks, right? Big ass fish tanks, plants everywhere, like tons of species in it. and you sit down and you lose your mind in there. Like you
just
literally
watch it.
just watch and you go, oh shit, there's a shrimp in there. Holy fuck, what's happening?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the same thing with reptiles. If you actually let them
100%.
do what they do. Like if you have a big enclosure and you see your ball python moving, you're gonna be like, all right, let's see what the fuck it's doing.
Yeah.
It's climbing. Holy shit. They told me they were
Yeah.
only on mounds and shit.
I
God damn.
had a guy come in today, and he was like, he keeps his boa in a like an extra terra large low, and I mean it's not like a huge boa, so
Yeah.
it was a fine size, but he was like, oh my boa never climbs, and I'm like, well he doesn't have room to climb. If you get a bigger tank, and then he did get a bigger tank, you get a bigger tank, you put some nice branches in there, that boa's gonna be all over it.
Yeah, the Brettles are literally all over their enclosures, and they have like it's nice to experience them because they have habits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the female will do something, and then the male might follow her around, but then the male will be over there, and then maybe at this time of the day they're here.
Yeah, you can predict the time of the day.
Yeah,
like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. I know where they at.
Yeah, like in the morning, if I come out at like 8 in the morning, between 8 and 9, the female is usually in the middle perch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if I miss it, she's already going down. She's going
Yeah.
back to the high
Yeah,
to
yeah.
stay away from the heat.
But I love it when they surprise you too. Like sometimes they
When
can
they
get a
change
little
it?
predictable. So like my white lip python, almost always out only at night. I never see it during the day, but then at night, like around maybe 9 o'clock p.m. when the lights go off, man,
Yeah.
that snake is all over. But literally this morning, I'm about to leave the door and I see him basking.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way!
Yeah.
A rare occurrence. I take a picture every single time I see it doing that. Because I'm like,
Nice.
wow, out during the day. Cool.
So we have some very important things coming up. We don't have to talk too much about it because, like I said, positive podcast. The day after this goes out, we will be in Miami dealing with the FWC meeting.
thing.
That
Is that the
hopefully-
correct date? Because there's 2 days.
There is 2 dates, but the Thursday is when the reptile stuff
yeah.
is happening.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So we'll be there dealing with that. We wanted to release one positive podcast before that happens because obviously the podcast after this, we're getting back into that. We'll talk about that. Chuck's going to be gone. And then the week after that, Tino's going to be gone. So pretty much you're going to see a USARC, FWC kind of related podcast. We're going to do a podcast talking about like the wholesale stuff. And then, we'll be back to regular schedule programming in a couple weeks. But I want to start reading some of the comments from the last podcast, the last time we spoke about the FWC massacre kind of thing. Macassar. So, we have a comment here. Fire. Maybe FWC is Spanish.
Maybe. Some of them are.
Oh, that's good. I love when people pay attention.
All right, then I have here, I know that we're trying to be positive, but they are supposed to chemically euthanize unless it's an emergency situation. That's about, obviously, the euthanization of the...
Yeah. The boat gun shit.
The boat gun's only used on site.
Yeah.
So I guess they felt it was warranted.
Okay, another comment. Honestly, I don't understand how you can have an organization that claims to be in animal conservation, killing of exotic animals like that. Here in Belgium, retics are illegal as well, and if you get caught keeping one, they will take it away and donate them to a local zoo or ship it across the border to Holland where the animals are legally kept.
I'm not
So-
sure. We'll have to look into that because
No,
I'm not sure.
but see,
many
and here's the
countries
thing
do
with that too. I sent this was podcasts ago, like maybe last year, honestly. I had sent a video about when they confiscate animals in China. A lot of the time, sometimes they go through the local zoos and they display them, but that can't happen for every animal.
No.
And a lot of people say, "Hey, why can't you just rehome these animals to?" And it's like, no, because that drives the market.
Yeah.
That drives people to keep doing this, and
Yeah.
you can't allow it to happen.
And you can't send it back to their own
You can
countries or
definitely
anything
not
like
do
that.
that.
You cannot do that. Like it's just this
Yeah.
is the only way.
Because a zoo can take one retic, a zoo can take one
Yeah.
ball python, sure, why not?
Yeah.
But they can't take every single one.
Yeah, no, bro.
There's no
and like
way.
there's over 100,000 in the Everglades alone. So every time they catch one, they have to send it somewhere. Who's gonna want them? Like, you can't just send it to a zoo and they have to take it. No, who's gonna want them and put time to every single one of these animals?
Myanmar.
All right, next comment. Better be grateful for USARC FL. They might not be perfect, but who else is fighting for us? Gonna be sorry when they whitelist all your damn animals.
I'm not gonna be sorry. I already told her I'm not
I
gonna.
mean, they
be
got a
sorry.
whitelist period.
Yeah, like I'm not going to be sorry because this problem came from within the trade already, and I've been saying what's going to happen. I don't care that USARG is trying to fight for something. They're not trying to fix the problem, so we're gonna lose. I already expect it. I already know what my life is going to be like. I'm good with it. Now,
So-
people like that their only thing is the pet trading, cages, and shit. Like, you are going to feel like shit because that's the only thing you look up to. you're gonna feel some type of way. I'm chilling. I'm outside.
All right, so next comment is people are really out here upset because Chuck spits the truth.
Damn.
Whether you agree with him or not, he's not wrong. Chuck has the most empathy for the animals. Humans suck.
Who said that? Was that Chuck's mom?
No, it was his dad in prison.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
that's
man.
good. Yeah, and then my point on all that, like, people think that I'm like for FWC type shit. In reality, no. Like, in reality, I'm like, where did the problem come from?
You've said that you're not anti-pet trade.
Yeah, no. Like, where's the problem come from? Like, in that specific situation, where does it all start? The person owning the snakes did not do his own fucking research. Did not.
Was not prepared for the commitment.
Yeah, he wasn't
Didn't want it.
prepared. He did, and then he blames. Oh, I called and you guys didn't answer. You didn't get back to me, bro. I knew these deadlines. I knew all of these things, and I didn't have those animals. How did I know? Because that shit is all over social media once that shit's going down, bro. That shit's online. You can go online and find that information. How do you think Clint, for example, found all that information? Because he did some research and he fucking found it.
You know, for me, one of the big reasons I don't support, well, one of the reasons I initially did not support USARK is because they said they're here to protect our rights to keep reptiles. And yet, if you live in Florida, you can't buy an iguana.
Yeah.
Where 2-3 years later, you still can't buy an iguana.
Yeah, but you
still
can't-
can't buy a tegu. Still can't buy a berm or a retic or a scrub.
can't-
Good.
You
And you
can't-
shouldn't.
No, but I'm saying, like, even if that's your opinion, you know,
Yeah.
I'm of the same opinion. A lot of people shouldn't have those pets. Is that they aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
You know,
you
like
can't say that.
I know. It's not like an organization versus an
No,
organization.
there's no
but it's-
outcome. They're doing things, but there's no outcome out of what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you can't say that they're not doing anything. That there's effort that they're trying to do something, yeah. And then are
Look.
they getting turned down at every corner?
The
Yeah.
day that I can buy a green iguana, maybe I'll support you.
But no, fuck
You're
that.
an idiot.
But,
If I
but-
can.
But you know why they're getting turned down? Because their arguments are fucking trash. Bro.
I will say that
that's
it
just
is
fucking
it is
trash.
very important to have an organization that fights for what you represent. So in that instance, that yeah, like it's important to have that, especially because we don't have something else.
I agree in something that fights government overreach.
Yeah.
I agree in that, but
Yeah.
that's the justice.
The way
system.
they're doing it is just whack.
Well,
bro.
hopefully-
it's just whack. Misinformation is whack, and then using this story, trying to make it seem like this story, they're using it to make it bigger. That way, they can get all the other things they want.
and then no results.
Yeah.
And well,
That's the thing.
hopefully,
'Cause
hopefully,
like
good-
let's say you like a whitelist comes out, you can no longer keep any reptiles. What is USARK Florida going to do about it?
we'll find out soon because it's gonna be
Yeah.
early
Gonna be
the
on here
next day.
soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully, good things happen. But I think we're pretty much done here. Does anybody else want to say anything?
Chilling.
No. This was the
I'm
Reptiles
good.
With Podcast.